Ha, hoo, ha, 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 ha. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazable, coming at you with another album review. And today we're checking out my homies in the band Raptured with the album God Complex. A little bit about Raptured is they are a band, a hardcore band out from Lexington, Kentucky. I think that's where they're calling from, their hometown and everything. They've been a band since about 2016, 2017. Been really popular lately in the local Louisville, and Lexington, Kentucky area. They've been putting a lot of work, going to a lot of shows, playing a lot of shows, and I think this is their first full-length album. I think they dropped two EPs before, but yeah, this is their first album, and I'm really excited to check it out because um, I know people in this band. They were really good people. They've been really nice to me when I came and visited and hung out with them and everything. So I would love to talk about their band and this album and spread it out to the world because I like my friends' stuff being well known about. So yeah, this is Raptured God Complex. Bloodletting. From the get-go, I can notice that the production is very hefty and sounds really, really good. And the guitars, bass, and drums overall fit really well. Like they are like on time with each other. And combined with the mix, they sound really good on this opening track. And the vocals, they sound perfectly mixed in with the whole raw sound of the song. Hey guys, God Complex. It's a slower and heavier track compared to the first song. Again, the mixing here sounds really great. This track is a little bit more groovier than the last one, and I noticed that the breakdown in the first half was kind of okay, not the best, but it was just okay. But definitely in the second half of the song, with how they play and everything, sounds a lot better. And the vocals get like deeper and more like crazier in the second half of the song, which makes sound pretty good. Hands of Fate. I noticed while listening to the beginning of this song, the intro and opening of the song sounded very awkward. Like it was just a little bit off. The pacing was off. It just sounded really incomplete. But then when they start doing some blast beats towards the middle of the song, that's when it really feels like, oh, the song is taking off. And from there, they sound again really tight and just more I feel bad saying competent, but like they felt more there was more confidence in the second half of the song because the guitars sound really massive, the bass sounds really groovy, all mixing really well together. But just the first half of the beginning of the song, it just sounded weird. Born in the Dark. This is a very groovy and heavy track. Possibly one of the biggest highlights on this album. It's a perfect example of what Raptured sounds like. Guitars are hella thick and chuggy, with a heavy ass breakdown. And the guitars also are very dark and menacing sounding. Vocals sound very, very, very like deep and in like a painful, like sounding good way. Bass and drum, very groovy, very in the pocket. Overall, it's a fantastic song, which makes me want to show you a little bit of it right now. That's that dark and menacing I was talking about. Extinguishing Light. The first thing I noticed about this, the beginning of the song gives me like Slipknot guitar riff vibes. Very, very like new metal vibes. And then it quickly goes into like a sick two-step. Overall, this is just new metal, I think, and it just sounds like Korn 2.0 to me. When I hear this track, I can't help but like want to move. Like it gets the body going, and the drum fills are really nice. Drums, yeah, they're just overall really good. And when they're using the China crashes, like during their breakdowns and stuff, it sounds really, really good. It sounds very like very in the mix really well, as best I can describe. Um, Here's a little clip of Extinguishing Light. Nasty. Scribe. Got some thrashy guitar riffs here. Wasn't expecting that. This is a pitting song. Like you're gonna be in the pit for this song. This song was made for pitting. Spin kicks, cartwheels for days. Um, it's like if it doesn't bring out like the animal in you, I don't know what it does because it's just a sick song through and through with some slick two steps, heavy breakdowns. The song structure is really, really incredible, and there's a sick ass guitar solo. And again, the China Crash, baby. Ooh, like this is a banger of a song. The Final Wind. All I can say is, man, they keep changing their sound on this album. Oh, The Final Wind. All I can say, man, is they keep changing their sound on this album, and it just keeps you on your toes. Like you don't know if they're gonna go new metal, hardcore, thrashy. They're throwing a lot of things in here, and it's really nice. It's like getting a full meal, a full course meal. You're getting appetizer, main meal, desserts, soups, all that. You're just getting served heavily. You're not getting the same thing the whole time. It's nice, fresh variety. The bass on this track really kicks hard, and the guitars are very mesmerizing. The flow from heavy to light is executed very well, and then the calm before the breakdown. It was pretty like sick building it up, but then like the breakdown was kind of like it was heavy but kind of generic, but still fun. Still a fantastic song, I think. Night Terrors. This song is giving me, well, I think before I want to say, I think this was a song off their early EP, I think. I noticed I've listened to it before, so I think it's a re-recording. But I will say it gives me like barrier down, beat down like vibes. I think it's a little bit too fast. I think if they slowed it down a little bit more, I think it'd be more of an intense pummeling song. But it still sounds really good as is. But just in my mind, slower would sound pretty sick. The guitar mutes are pretty sick throughout the song, like when they're playing and they just stop. I like that. Uh, Slow and groovy as two step. Like these guys know how to like cater to their audiences, I think. The dissonant guitars towards the end and then the breakdown kind of give me like mathcore vibes. It's a good breakdown. And that was my review of the new album God Complex from Raptured. Like I said previously, I think the biggest thing I take away from this is the variety. These guys say they're a hardcore band, but they throw in elements of thrash, new metal, beat down hardcore. Like they play around with their sound a little bit, and it pays off for the most part because it makes it a very fun and very exciting like album to listen to. There's nothing really too static or boring about it. The variety is really nice. It makes it very sonically pleasing. And to balance out the variety, they have the production and mixing as well because it sounds really good because those different sounds, I'm sure it's really hard to mix and produce those sounds and make them sound as good as they do from one person, like mixing and messing with it. But I was really surprised at how good the production sounded on this album. It sounded better than most like major label song albums I've listened to before. And overall, like the musicians know what they're doing. They sound really tight. Like they've played in this band for a long time. They know each other for a long time because it feels very organic. The bass, the drums, the vocals, the guitars are all just, they know to play to their strengths and weaknesses. So overall, the flow of the album is great and amazing. And like, I definitely think this is a band to keep an eye out on. I hope they go further in what they do because they have a very unique and fun playing style, which is always welcomed. And with that being said, yeah, overall, I have no negative criticism or anything. It's just really good for the most part. Yeah. So I'm very happy to say that I give this album a strong 9 out of 10. The boys in Raptured with their album God Complex. Check out the links down below. Check them out. Give them a follow. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought. Tell me how I'm doing. And until next time, guys. Bye.